just so you can have the floor, you can start.
Okay, thank you. Let me just share my screen then. Okay. Can we all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you.
Um,
So, first of all, good evening to all. Thank you for being here. My name is João Almeida. I'm a data consultant for over 25 years across multiple industries and in even continents. And I came to here to share with you a few of the trends that we been experienced in the areas of data analytics and data governance, which is one of the areas that I usually more focused in. So our world is, I think, undergoing a very rapid transformation that is driven by unprecedented advancements in technology. And we can see this today as data analytics and governance continue to evolve, ushering in new trends that promise to reshape how we interact with data and how businesses operate. And today we will look into these emerging trends and their applications for our organizations. Well, first of all, we have in the data analytics area the data democratization, something that we can see as power to the people. Okay, and data democratization is transforming how organizations utilize data. Historically, data analysis was confined to specialists in IT and some data science departments. But today, user-friendly tools like self-service BI platforms, data visualization software, and AI-driven analytics are enabling individuals at all levels of a business to engage with data analysis. And this shift broadens access and fosters a culture where data informs every decision, enhancing both creativity and decision-making capabilities across the organization. Well, this doesn't come without its benefits, but also its challenges. In one hand, this is a movement where we have empowerment and innovation, where employees from marketing to HR can now leverage data to drive insights and make informed decisions. And this democratization leads to more innovative solutions as the diverse perspectives engage with the data. Also, to fully capitalize this trend, organizations, on the other hand, must invest in training programs to boost data literacy across the workforce, ensuring that employees understand how to use these tools effectively is, in fact, crucial. And also, on the other hand, with the with more people accessing and analyzing data, robust data governance frameworks are in fact necessary to ensure data accuracy, security, and its compliance. One other thing that it's growing, it's generative AI, and generative AI is emerging as a powerful tool in content creation, producing results that rival human creativity. But unlike traditional AI, which focuses on analyzing existing data, generative AI creates new content, ideas, and patterns. And this technology transcends the traditional data roles fueling innovation in areas such as marketing, as product development, and even beyond that. And this will, in fact, will have an impact across multiple industries. And for marketing, for instance, AI can generate personal marketing content from advertisements to social media posts, enhancing the engagement and the conversion rates. It's also important, sorry, when generative AI can design new products or features by analyzing consumer preferences and market trends, thus accelerating the development process. And even for the entertainment industry, we now have AI generated music, arts, and literature that are opening new avenues for creative expression and entertainment. The third trend I wanted to give a note is augmented analytics, and this is, well, I guess we can say that this is where AI meets the human insight, and augmented analytics combines the computational power of AI with the human intuition, well, simplifying complex data analysis. And this trend is making data more understandable and actionable for decision makers, allowing businesses to extract deeper insights and forecast trends with greater accuracy than ever. The augmented analytics has some key features and advantages that I would like to highlight. First of all, we are talking one of something that it's critical. It's the automated data preparation, where AI handles data cleansing and preparation, freeing up human analysts to focus on their strategic tasks. And this is critical because we all know that until
Hi, Joseph. Sorry to cut you.
Sorry.
Can you turn on your camera?
Yes.
Okay, that would be nice. Thank you. Alrighty.
Okay. Is it better
we
now?
have a face to the voice.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. No problem. I was just trying for you to focus on the presentation, not so much on my face. Yeah, and besides, I don't have the proper scenario for this.
It's totally fine. That's fine. You can go on.
Okay. As I was saying, the automated data preparation is something that is critical because until now, well, until a very few time, and well, basically it's what keeps happening. Almost 80% of the data scientists' time was allocated to this kind of tasks of our cleansing and preparing data. Right now, it's technically possible to free up that time for more productive tasks. One of the other important feature here is the insight generation, where AI algorithms identify patterns and trends that probably are being missed by human analysts, thus providing again deeper insights on the work we are doing. And also, these are tools that will facilitate these augmented analytics platforms will facilitate the collaboration between data scientists, business users, ensuring that insights are in fact aligned with business goals, which is something that sometimes in well, let's call it traditional analytics, doesn't happen too often. Sorry. one other thing is has to do with natural language processing, and basically what it's doing, it's how the way it's evolving. uh, it's facilitating more intuitive interactions between humans and machines, and this advancement is in fact enhancing customer engagement and enabling businesses to process large volumes of conversational data to extract the insights from it. And this is a critical technology when we're talking about, for instance, customer service, where the NLP-powered chatbots and virtual assistants that we all know provide instant, accurate responses to customer queries, improving their satisfaction and the efficiency of the services. It's also important when we want to do things like sentiment analysis, where businesses can analyze customer feedback, their reviews, their social media posts to in fact gauge public sentiment and their response proactively. And also, it's important when we're talking about data accessibility, and that leads us back to data democratization. It's where NLP will allow non-technical users to, in fact, to query data using natural language, making things that are complex, well, making complex data sets, in fact, more accessible and interpretable by non-technical not technical users. I'm sorry. One other thing is what we call in-depth analytics, and this involves integrating analytics into commonly used software, uh, making data instantly accessible and streamlining decision-making processes. And this seamless integration ensures that actionable insights are always within reach, enhancing efficiency and also responsiveness. And this, uh, in fact, has a huge impact because, first of all, it will enhance productivity because in embedding analytics in everyday applications like CRM or ERP, and we are already witnessing this kind of things, for instance, in Microsoft Office and other apps, will reduce the need to switch between platforms, saving everybody time and improving their productivity. It also allows decision makers to have immediate access to real-time data, and only this will enable faster and more informed decisions. It also has a huge impact when we're talking about user adoption. Okay, because by embedding analytics in tools that employees already use in their everyday tasks, organizations can drive higher adoption rates and ensure that data-driven insights are, in fact, a part of everyday workflows. Well, one other thing, edge computing. Basically, we're talking about having real-time insights in the moment we need them. And edge computing brings data processing, in fact, closer to data sources, enabling faster and more efficient analysis. And this approach, I believe, is critical for businesses that are operating in real-time environments or that deal with large data streams, that because it will in fact reduces latency and improves operational efficiency in multiple levels. And so, where can we use this? We can use it, for instance, in with IoT in the manufacturing industry, where edge computing will process data from sensors and machines on site and will enable real-time monitoring and also predictive maintenance. In healthcare, where medical devices can analyze patient data at the point of care and will provide instant diagnosis and treatment recommendations. Also in retail, where retailers can can analyze customer behavior and inventory data in store, optimizing their operations, and on the other hand, enhancing the shopping experience for their customers. One of the other things that is evolving quite quite fast is quantum computing, and quantum computing holds I believe the potential to revolutionize data analytics by solving complex problems much faster than traditional computers. And this technology will probably transform sectors as finance and healthcare, leading to some groundbreaking discoveries and solutions in, for instance, cryptography or complex system modeling. And this, for instance, when we're talking about financial modeling, the quantum computers can perform complex risk assessments and portfolio optimizations in real time. Okay, providing a significant advantage for the efficiency in the financial sector. Also, in drug discovery, where they can model molecular interactions at scales that we can't imagine today, accelerating the discovery for new drugs and treatments. And also, it's quite important when we're talking about cryptography, because it can both break the cryptographic codes that we have today, but it can also create new that are virtually unbreakable ones, and that this will lead to basically to a reevaluation of our current data security strategies. Continuous intelligence. What is this? Continuous intelligence emphasizes real-time data analysis and enabling businesses to make agile and informed decisions in response to fast evolving market dynamics and fast evolving customer preferences. And this trend basically facilitates a proactive approach to business management, allowing organizations to stay aligned with emerging trends and challenges that are keep appearing in faster and faster. This will basically lead to it will enable organizations to react swiftly to any market change, to react to competitor actions, to customer needs, and also making them maintain always a strong competitive edge. It also impacts at an operational level, because it will increase their efficiency. Real-time insights will help optimize the operations, reduce waste, and also to improve service delivery. And finally, one of the other, I think, important impacts is that at the level of customer experience, which is something that it's always it's always important, and it's always a critical factor for most of the companies where business can personalize the interactions and their offerings uh, based on real-time data, and this will lead to an increased customer satisfaction and to their loyalty. Data for social good. So what is this? Data for social good means that using data for social good involves harnessing data to address some critical global issues and to promote some sustainable development. And this trend, I believe, highlights the potential of data to drive some very positive social change, enabling business to make their contribution to societal goals and to foster well, a responsible corporate image. And this will impact mostly uh, on one hand public health, because data analytics can easily track disease outbreaks. They can optimize resource allocation, and thus in improving any kind of public health intervention. It also impact on environmental sustainability, because businesses can use data to monitor and reduce their environmental footprint, uh, supporting the global sustainability efforts and objectives. And then finally, one of the critical points where this will impact is in terms of social equity, where uh, data can highlight disparities in areas like education, healthcare, employment, and help guide policies and initiatives to address this kind of inequality. And finally, on the data analytics, we have data security and privacy. These are things that I believe at the moment can be considered as the non-negotiables, because as the role of data in business grows, so does that need for very robust security and privacy measures. And protecting data it's not just about the compliance. It's crucial to maintaining customer trust, and also safeguarding business integrity. And I think this at this moment, and we're not talking about things for years to come, uh, data security and privacy are already central to building resilient digital infrastructures and also maintaining a competitive advantage for any organization. Okay, and this will basically, I believe, has to have what I believe are the core strategies for this. And one is compliance, and that means that we adhering to regulations like GDPR uh, will ensure the legal compliance and also will protect the customer rights. On the other hand, and always a top priority, cybersecurity, and we'll already have advanced encryptation. We have multi-factor authentication, uh, and also the intrusion detection systems, which are essential to prevent any kind of data breach. Uh, and something that it's not yet so common. It's privacy by design, where we are embedding privacy considerations into every kind of data processes, uh, from the and this will ensure that data protection is in fact integral to business operations. when it comes from to data governance, and I think it's the area that is the that works as the foundation for any kind of or any other kind of initiative in the data area. What we are witnessing right now is that we are having more enhanced data governance frameworks because with increasing volumes and increasing complexity of data that we are handling, uh, these enhanced data governance frameworks are becoming essential, and these frameworks are designed to be comprehensive and flexible, accommodating the dynamic nature of the data environment and ecosystem that we have today with the business requirements. And this they have very clear, let's say, key components, three key components, I believe. One is the policy development, and having clear policies outlining data ownership, data access, and data usage to ensure that we have consistent and compliant data practices. On the other hand, also a very strong focus on data stewardship. Uh, and appointing and having that role and responsibility within the organization, appointing these data stewards that are responsible for managing data assets and ensuring their quality and their integrity. And the third component, the reporting and the monitoring of the policies, and being able to continuously monitor data activities and to have regular reporting on that will help us track also the compliance, but also to in very short periods to identify any issue that might appear. The decentralized data governance models. This is something that it's also, I believe, gaining momentum. And basically, it's about distributing governance responsibilities across various departments and teams. And this approach promotes a more collaborative and agile data management environment that empowering different parts of the organization to take ownership of their data. And this is very important because on one hand, decentralization empowers business units to manage their data, and also it fosters a sense of ownership and accountability across the organization. This also allows for quicker adaptation to changes and local needs that will enhance the overall responsiveness. And it's, well, because it's decentralized with the power being scattered across the organization, it will in the end promote the collaboration across departments, making sure that data governance is in fact integrated into all business processes. Now, the focus on data literacy, and we see this today that organizations are placing a greater emphasis on data literacy, recognizing the importance of equipping all employees with the necessary skills to understand and use data effectively. So comprehensive training programs and resources are being developed to enhance this data literacy across the organizations. And how can this be, in fact, a shift? First of all, by creating and implementing regular training sessions and workshops to improve data literacy at all levels, but also by providing easy access to learning materials, to tutorials, and to support and encourage continuous learning within for all the employees. But it is all done also done by promoting a data-driven culture where data literacy is valued and also rewarded within the organizations. One of the areas where we've been witnessing more advancement is on data cataloging, and these data cataloging tools are becoming more and more sophisticated, uh, facilitating for the better organization, the discovering, and the overall management of data assets. And these advancements help organizations to improve their data governance and to maximize the value of their data. And this shows in multiple aspects. These new tools now manage metadata effectively, making it easier to find and to understand data. They also have enhanced search capabilities that allow users to quickly locate any relevant data assets that they need. But they also, and again, will promote collaboration by providing a centralized repository of data assets that can be shared and accessed by any authorized users. I'm sorry, I think I have an error in my presentation where it says, again, decentralized data governance models. It should be about the integration of ethical data practices in data governance. And this is also something that is becoming a priority, where organizations are increasingly aware of their need to manage data responsibly, ensuring fairness, transparency, and also the respect for privacy. And these three factors are critical. For fairness, that means that we have to ensure that that our data practices do not lead to any biased or discriminatory outcomes. For transparency, it means that we need to keep transparency about any way data is collected, any way it is used, and also how it is shared either in the organization or for third parties. And finally, the privacy question. That means that we need to uphold privacy standards to protect any individual's personal information, and that's building trust. The proactive data risk management. This is something proactive management of any data-related risks is also a key trend, where with organizations taking steps to identify and mitigate any potential issues before they can escalate. And this approach is integral to effective data governance and to the overall data security. Uh, and this is achieved basically with having strategies for risk assessment, and regularly conducting risk assessments to identify any potential vulnerabilities or threats. Uh, Having also prepared mitigation plans, developing and and implement any mitigation plans to any of the risks that are identified, but also by having continuously monitoring any data activities to detect and also to respond to issues in real time. Sorry. The the emphasis on interoperability and integration, and this is critical for data governance. Uh, the interoperability and the seamless integration of data governance tools with any other business system is something that it's becoming essential, and this reflects the need for for a cohesive and effective, efficient approach to managing data across all the organization. And this means that we need to ensure that all data governance tools and all the processes work together seamlessly, providing a unified approach to data management across any organization. But it also means that it has impact on an efficiency level, because when we're streamlining data governance processes, we'll be reducing any kind of duplication of efforts, and will be improving the overall efficiency in the organization. But also, one of the things that it's one of the more important objectives for data governance, that is to maintain consistent data standards and practices across every single system, every single department, solving the silo problem that we have today in most of our organizations. Data lineage. Data lineage is something that, for a number of reasons, it's something that has been left aside, because it's complex, and especially when we're talking about organizations that are operating for many years. I can tell you from experience that it's virtually impossible. But nonetheless, it is critical, because basically understanding the journey of data throughout all its life cycle, which is, in fact, data lineage it's becoming important, because this knowledge allows organizations to ensure the data quality, compliance, and the effective data management. And how is this reflected? First of all, in terms of transparency, because it will provide a very clear view of data origins, how it is transformed, where's it going to, uh, and this transparency will, in the end, impact one of the most critical things, that is trust, and especially trust in data when we are a decision maker. It also it will also help, to ensure compliance with some regulatory requirements, by documenting data flows and transformations. And today we already have requirements that are very strict in terms of data lineage. Uh, but it also important when we're talking about data quality and how we assure that data quality, because having a proper data lineage will allow us to track, and address, data quality issues, at their source, knowing exactly what is happening and where the problems are coming up. And finally, something that I think, well, it's in the end, but one of the most important here when we're talking about data governance is it's about the expansion of data governance beyond IT. And this is in fact happening. The data governance is expanding beyond the IT departments. It is involving business users and decision makers in all the process. And I believe this is a shift in the mindset we've all been working for years. And this shift recognizes the importance of data across all areas of an organization and promotes, a more integrated approach to data management. And some of the strategies to achieve this is, one, by establishing, cross-functional data governance teams that will include representatives from various departments. Uh, One other thing that we can do is to actively, uh, involve business users in every data governance discussions and the decision making processes. Uh, but also, as I've mentioned before, providing the training and the resources necessary to ensure that all stakeholders understand their roles, and their responsibilities, in data governance. So just to close, I think these topics that I mentioned here today basically, uh, underscore the dynamic and, I think the transformative nature of the data landscape that we have today. And some of these developments are not merely technological advancements, they also represent a fundamental shift in how organizations can in fact harness the power of data to drive innovation, to enhance their decision making processes, and end of the day to achieve their strategic, objectives. And I think by taking, well, uh, trying to achieve these all of these techniques and, all of these trends, we can, from a business perspective, I think, unlock new levels of creativity, but also in, increasing, the efficiency of our organizations. Also, from well, let's say that my specialty and from the data governance perspective, and having these robust data governance practices, not necessarily these new evolutions, but also having a data governance framework in place is essential for managing the increasing level of volume and the increasing complexity of data that we have today in our organizations, while ensuring its compliance and security. So as we move forward in this, it is, I think, imperative that organizations uh, not only adopt some of these trends, but also uh, invest mostly in developing data literacy and fostering a data-centric culture across all levels. And this approach will definitely empower employees, will be a facilitator for collaboration, and it will ensure that data-driven insights are integrated into every single aspect of business operations. Okay, and let's say the seamless integration of the analytics into all the daily workflows, the real-time processing, the quantum computing, and all of this will, I believe, enable businesses to stay ahead of market dynamics and respond very proactively to the emerging challenges. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Jose. Thank you so much for coming. I just have a question to ask you, actually. I find
Okay.
it really fascinating. So what are the most significant challenges, right, that organizations faces while implementing these governance frameworks? As you know, Techtalk, we are just starting out as well. We're trying to build our data governance, but we just want to understand what obstacles have you seen and how have you overcome them in the given that you have 25 years experience with this.
Many. Basically, none of what we've been talking here today. But so, well, I think very few people of the topics that we are talking about here today, very few people have challenges with this. And those who have, they're happy because they're probably on an organization that is already cutting edge. But data governance challenges when we're implementing them, let's say data governance is, well, very little of it's technical issues. Okay, so we're talking mostly, when we're talking about data governance, we're talking about mostly about having the executive support, which is not always easy. Okay. We're talking ownership and stewardship, and I think these are the three most critical challenges and the areas where it's more difficult to work. Because first of all, if you can't pass the message that this is something that is critical for business, and that's something that at the end of the day will bring business benefits and results, most of the people don't care, because for them, if you can't pass this message, it's just additional work. Okay. And I had the experience of someone telling me when we were inviting him for a data governance related meeting, telling me very politely, "I'm sorry, but I have work to do." So this is the big challenge in terms of organization. Data ownership, it's something else, because right now, or until some time ago, it was almost common sense in most of our organizations that data belong to IT. Okay,
Absolutely.
yeah, but that's not the reality that we have today. It's shifting towards business, uh, and that means that it's also shifting the most of the times the balance of power within organizations. Okay, because we have everything organized in silos, uh, and suddenly you have someone who's responsible for something that belonged to, or at least was on under the responsibility of someone else. You have situations where people don't want to be responsible for their departmental data or very or specific system data or data domain. They don't want to, okay, because again, it's additional work. But once that happens, you will see that someone else feels that their power was somehow affected because they had certain uh, they had the possibility of making certain decisions on business data that they can't because it has to pass from for someone else. Also challenges when we're talking about data stewardship because we need to have data stewards mostly, well, with a very strong business knowledge. So ideally, people from the business side, not IT. So again, this is in one hand additional work. On the other hand, it's something that belongs to IT. It will belong to someone else. Okay. Other than that, the technical aspects with more or less resources, more or less time, the data catalogs, the lineage, all of that can be solved well with time and money, let's say.
Yeah, thank you very much. I'll leave the floor to Jade. In case anybody else have got any questions, I think I'm done with my question. Thank you very much, Jose, for coming
Thank you.
and for answering our question. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Josie, for that educative webinar. I think someone has a question, Cecilia. The question is centralization of data governance not recommended? If you can just answer that.
Okay. Well,
She
centralized or
asked if
decentralized.
centralization of data governance is not recommended. Sorry, can you
Yes.
come again?
Well, it's not. We have those are two different operating models for data governance. Okay, and we have also an hybrid centralized decentralized model that can also be applied. But basically, we need to understand exactly the context where we are building our framework. Okay, there's a something a friend of mine says that one of a phrase that I usually steal is that it's better than having a good framework. It's to have a frame that works, and the operating model for data governance falls into that. We need to understand exactly what is the best to meet the needs. So if we have a small or medium organization that doesn't have a very complex data ecosystem, the centralized model, I think it's the ideal because if we start decentralizing, it will only add to problems. But on the other hand, if you have a company with large company with very complex environment with operations across the multiple countries, then Yeah, there's I think no other option than a decentralized model. Well, and everything else falls in between. So we need to assess the environment where we're working with. We need to assess the objectives that we want to achieve with data governance, and based on all that information, then try to select the operating model that can be centralized, totally decentralized, or something in between. Because we can have changes even in data domains. We can have a company that have customer data. They want it to be governed in a with a centralized model, but they can have more specific operational area data for other areas that they see that decentralized approach fits better. So it's every single situation is a different situation. I don't know if that answered the question.
Um, I think she gave a thumbs up, so that should answer a question. All right, thank you very much. Thank you for um, joining us for this webinar. Thank you, everyone. We host webinars like this every Wednesday, and we invite industry leaders to come and talk on this webinar. And we appreciate everyone for joining us, most especially Jose. We appreciate you for honoring our invitation. Does anyone have any other question? Can take more questions now if anyone has any other question before we leave. No questions? All right. Thank you very much, everyone.
Anyway,
Thank you, Jesse.
my contacts are there, either by email or LinkedIn. If any questions come up, do feel free to reach out, because I try to be as available as possible for that. Okay. Let me also thank you for the invite. It was a pleasure to be here with you. I hope I brought some interesting topics to the table, then that I could add some value to what you already had.
Definitely. This webinar has been very educative. At Techtalk, we empower students and individuals who are looking to break into tech with the necessary skills. And you can visit our website to know more about us. Please look out in your email box. You'll be getting our newsletters every Friday, where we'll be posting the next webinar we're having, which you can also join. Like I said earlier, thank you very much, Jesse, for joining. We are very grateful. If you have any more questions for Jesse, like you said, his contacts are right there. You can always reach out to him on LinkedIn. Thank you, everyone, for attending. We hope to see you in our next webinar. Bye, everyone.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye, Jesse.
Have a lovely evening.